I'll tell you guys, I didn't plan to share this, but I'm going to share it. We all have this core belief within us. Each of us has a core belief. My core belief was I'm not good enough, okay? So how many of you share that belief with me? You've had that, I'm not good enough. So when I say core belief, it's the story I would tell myself. I would just tell myself that over and over again. And interesting that you end up attracting relationships that are aligned with that. Did you know that? When you don't feel good about yourself, you accept things that are not acceptable. But you accept them because they're like, I don't really deserve anything more. So I'm not really that good, right? I'm not enough. So then what happens is that becomes a pattern and you try to break out of it, but then you can't break out of it because it's like, I believe that about myself. So how do you change that? You change what you see about yourself. For me, that looked like this. Making a new decision about who I was and working on myself and understanding, why do I feel that way about myself? So because that was my core story for most of my life, what happened was I would do this. I would try really hard, because I didn't feel good about myself, to get outside stuff to make me feel good. And I would try and I'd try and I'd try. And then it wasn't enough. Because I only felt good for a little bit. It was never enough. It was like I was always trying to please someone else. I was always trying to do something that was going to make somebody else to think I was good enough. So I couldn't get it, because you can't get it from the outside. It has to happen here. It has to start right here. And then when you have it right here, you can start giving it to other people. That's where you can follow through on your decisions, because you have it right here inside of you. So my core belief, because that would play in my head, what would happen was, you're not good enough, so try harder. So then I try harder, and I try harder, and I try harder, and then I still didn't get enough, and you know what it would translate in my brain? What would translate was, see, no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, it's not enough, which actually means you're not enough. You guys getting how that works? Yeah. I know you're feeling this because you've all had that too. It is probably the most common thing. I am not any different than you guys are. We have to acknowledge it, understand it, recognize it, so that we can work through it and make some new decisions. So who are you? Who do you want to be? So when I was making these decisions, I was like, hey, who I am is pretty insecure, and I don't feel very good about myself. Self-love doesn't really exist here. I have a shattered identity of who I am. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make new decisions about who I want to be. And I had to work so hard on that. You know what it was? I even created an affirmation that I love who I am as I become who I want to be. Because I was trying to even love myself as I was walking towards my goals. I had to reprogram how I saw myself. And that's where the affirmations came in. Who do you want to be? And then lastly, how will you show up? How will you show up? Will you show up and be that person? So those are the 3 decisions that you have to make here as you leave. But also, you guys, those are the 3 decisions you have to make every single day. And if you show up as the best of you every day, knowing this is who I want to be, this is how I want to show up, and then you do it, at the end of the day, how are you going to feel about yourself? Let me ask you.